Hi, it's Clayna. Today we're going to be looking at the Egg Hutch gift box. Now you might be saying, why is it an egg hutch? It looks like a rabbit hutch. Yes, it does. It's for Easter. But look, it holds 3 little eggs. Before I get into the tutorial, I want to show you how or what I have found. I went on one shopping trip and these are all the things I found that will fit inside there. Actually, let's use this one to show you what fits inside. So first of all, right, so you've got your Cadbury's cream egg. They do a white version, you've got an Oreo version, and you've got the caramel version. So there's lots of different versions of those on the market. They all fit great in here. Okay, then I found that you can get some slightly smaller eggs. Now, these are some of the ones I found. So Reese's do one. Lindt do a couple of different varieties. And then there was this bag that I found in the range. These are hollow eggs. You get about 16 in the bag. But they were really inexpensive, so they're great if you've got to do like multiples. Obviously all the rest of them, they're filled. So these are all the smaller versions. The Reese's one fits in there absolutely great. These, because they're a bit skinnier, you want to pop it in, but you don't want to push because it might drop through. Mind you, it's not got far to go in here, so even if it did, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, and that one is the same. It's quite skinny. But I don't think that would go through if you pushed it. They fit great as well. So there you are. You're getting lots of options. Now, you don't just have to go down the chocolate route. Oh no, we've got other options. So now these, I will admit, these fit great in the crate. But they were a little bit of a snug fit in here, just because I think they're a little bit wider and these holes are a little bit closer together than the crate. But they do go in, but they kind of almost touch each other when they go in. But the beauty with these is that they're refillable. So you can get these in lots of places. I found some little rabbit-shaped Haribo. Aren't they great? And they're all in different little poses. But look, you don't have to put edible things in these. You could be putting jewellery in there, jewellery kits, like each one could have different beads or a bit of string or something. Anything small really that you want to gift someone, you can put in these. Now it goes with the Easter theme because it's egg-shaped, but look, it's up to you what you put inside. So these will fit. They definitely fit in the crate. They will fit in here, but I did find, like I say, that it was a little bit of a snug fit just because they just touch each other when they go in. But anyway, I wanted to let you know. And a lot of them, I mean, they're literally everywhere. Home Bargains, B&M, The Works, The Range, Hobby Craft. But these ones are actually pearlescent, which I think is lovely. So we're veering away from the edible stuff. This is the one I got really excited about. Look at these. They're candles. They're candles. So if you want to give someone a gift for Easter that's non-edible, you know, that isn't chocolate or sweets, you know, maybe they're diabetic. This would be a great option. Now, look at these. They fit in here perfectly. They've got a kind of flat bottoms, but they are beveled enough that they fit in there and they stay. Let's see if I can show you without tilting it too much. They fit in there perfectly. Look at that. Aren't they great? I think these are wonderful. So you can now give someone an Easter themed gift, but it doesn't have to be chocolate. So what will you fill yours with? That's the question. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is that it is the expansion pack with the crate. So you will need the crate, and the reason for that is the circle dies to make the where the eggs go. You'll use those in your hutch. That way I didn't have to give them to you twice. And then you've got some little bracket pieces that hold the side panels together. So that's in there. We're using that one as well. But it's all on the cut list. So you don't have to worry about what pieces, where they come from, because it's all here for you to see. Now, you'll see here it says pieces required from the egg crate gift box. So it says you need 3 of the brackets and you need 3 of the panels with your egg holes in. So I'm going to show you how you do that, because that one's got an asterisk beside it. And it says using the PDF provided in our Facebook group. So what is that PDF? Now, if you've used my PDFs before, you'll get an idea of how they work. So this is it. So what you do is you pop your little circle dies onto here. And you want a little bit of sticky on the back of them. They do actually come out of the packaging normally with a little bit sticky on the back from the double-sided tape they use to adhere them to the packaging. But if not, you know, if they don't have any sticky, just a little bit of like tissue tape on the back, that will hold them in place. So when you cut your nested die, and we'll talk through the sizes of those in a second, when you do your nested die, you just place it over a little bit of tape and run it through your die cutting machine. And the same here. So you've got 2 squares, so you pop them down, put your nested die over the top and run it through your die cutting machine. You could do them together, or you can cut it in half and do them separately. That's up to you. Now for the size, it says here using the 7th largest nested A5 die. Okay, so what does that mean? So this is a project that uses the A5 nested dies. Now, if you have my gingerbread house kit, or the bird cage, or the daisy top gift bag, I'm just trying to think if there's another set. There are a couple of other sets using these on the way. Another one's going to be released in March. So if you already have these, don't buy them again. Once you have them once, you never need to buy them again. And I'm designing projects to use these all the time. So this means I haven't got to put these basic shapes into like these sets. So we're going to be using these over and over. These are like the nested dies in my range are like your core construction dies. So right, so for that panel, it said it was the 7th largest. So the first, here it says here, look, the number 1 is always the largest. So you count out down from the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is your die. And then you would cut that out with cardstock. You place it over the circles, a little bit of tape, run it through your die cutting machine. Okay, so you'll see up here, it says you need 4 that don't have the holes in of number 7, but it says you need 2 of number 6. So that's the next one up. So I take number 6 out. So in this particular kit, you need number 6 and number 7. In the egg crate kit, you needed number 5 and number 6. So you needed different sizes. And you'll find that in each kit. The gingerbread house used the largest one. So I've got a set coming up, like I say, in March that uses lots of them. Okay, when we put this together, let's break it down into sections to make it as easy as possible. So this is the roof of our hutch. So let's put that together first. So all we need is these 2 pieces. So these were the larger panels. We've got 2 of these long side panels and 2 of the shorter side panels. So let's put that all together. So first of all, I'm going to join these pieces together. So we just alternate them as we go. Okay, so I've glued the side panels together, and now what I'm going to do is with one piece I'm going to just glue it along one side to anchor it, and then once that's taken hold we can glue the other 3 sides.
Time.
Okay, that's our little roof, so we'll set that aside and put it together later. Okay, and we'll move on to our side panels. Here they are. I've gone along and I've folded along all of the score lines. But if you have a look at these side panels before you start gluing it together, you'll see that there's 2 little indents, and they're like about 2/3 of the way down. Now, those will be towards the bottom, so when you put it together those little score lines are facing each other towards the bottom, and those are little indicators of where your shelf goes, so we get it nice and level. Okay, so like the crate box, when we put this together we're actually going to be gluing the side tabs from the tabs from the side panels onto the outside of our other panels. These are from the egg crate kit, and what you want to do is you want to fold along your bracket. Now you'll see up towards the edge here there's a little arrow score line. Now that's where you want to trim it, because we're using the same bracket for 2 kits. So all we need to do is to trim it there where those little score lines are, and that now is the exact right length for these side panels. So we're using the same dies in 2 kits. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add 2 brackets to one of these panels. Okay, so we've got a bracket top and bottom of one of those panels. That's our back panel. And then we want to also add one of these panels to our egg holder pieces. Now, I've put 2 of these layers together, but what I recommend is that you, depending on the weight of your cardstock, that you put 3 or 4 of these layers together. I think in the instructions, in the cut list, I recommended you cut 2. Now, if you're using anything lighter than 300 GSM, it might be advisable to do 3. But this is just because you want it to be nice and, you know, stable to hold your eggs, especially the filled ones. They've got a bit of weight to them. Okay, so I've done that. And now I'm going to add my bracket to here. But I'm going to put it on the underside. And then this way we'll have all of our brackets taken care of, so we haven't got to worry about those anymore. Okay, I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to go back to the body of my box now. So I'm going to add a second panel onto one of the brackets here on our back panel, and this is going to be the base of our hutch.
Time.
And remember, when we're putting the body of our box together, all the tabs are on the outside. Okay, so we've got a right angle now with a tab at the top. Now we can start connecting our side panels. So remember the 2 little score lines, they've got to be towards the bottom. So we're going to be tucking the tabs underneath, behind the back panel and underneath the bottom panel. So now we're at this point, so we've kind of got our cut hutch. We haven't got our roof on yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to strengthen the back and the bottom by adding a second panel, and then that's going to sandwich in these tabs that we've got on the outside. Okay, so now let's put our shelf in. And remember, we've got those placement marks on the ends to make it nice and level. So we've got that bracket across the back of our shelf, but to hold it on the sides, this is where we start to introduce this, the other metallics, or this time I've gone for glitter. So I'm going to glue these onto the side of the hutch. Okay, now let's put some glue across the bracket here, and then on the top sections of our little side brackets. So I'm going to push it back against the back, but I also want to make sure that the brackets are adhering as well. Right, so I'm needing to pull the sides in. Also get an implement in there. Okay, and then I'll just make sure that bracket across the back is gluing as well. That went in nice and easy. On one of the sides, and it doesn't matter which side at all, you've got this kind of decorative piece. We've cut it in the same colour as the body of the hutch, but this is to go along one of the sides. Like I say, it doesn't matter which one, but it's just to stop the door from going in, which it wouldn't anyway because the shelf's there, but I think it finishes it off nicely.
Time.
Okay, so I've put that on the right hand side, so that means my door is going to connect on my left hand side. Okay, so with the door, you get these little bracket pieces that go round on all the four corners. So I've put 3 on, so let's put my last one in place. And I find it's easier to just put these on now while the door is flat on my desk. But what I've done is I've gone around, because remember that we use the PDF to create these pieces, and we've got 2 of them. Now we cut the, what do you call this? It's like chicken wire. It's a chicken wire design that I did to go inside these panels, but it is actually quite a close fit. There's not a lot of overhang. So what I've done, I found it was a little bit tricky gluing this in, and even though I don't use tape an awful lot, in this situation I think it's going to come in handy. So what I've done, I've taken double-sided tape and I've taken it right up to the edge of these little apertures, because like I say, there's not a lot of overhang. Okay, so we're great there, but whatever you do, don't stick your other piece on until you've actually put it onto your hutch. let's put some glue on our side tab here. We'll glue our door on, and then after our glue is our door is glued on, use the right words, we can sandwich that glue tab in and the chicken wire as well. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the edges. Okay, I don't want to fold that just yet, but what I'll do is I will take my little clasp pieces and start working on those. So we've got a long one here, so what you want to do is you want to fold it right up to the edge there, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the bracket end, and I'm going to pop that halfway in between, well, halfway at my door basically, and then we'll be using that for the placement for our side brackets. But in the meantime, we need to glue these together, so we need to fold along. There is a score line there. It's not showing up very well in the glitter card, but you can definitely see it's there. Now the pieces you want to glue together are the pieces with the around the circle. Now let's put our feet and our side panels on. So we've got these two panels here. These are the side panels for our feet. And these are our feet. Now I've gone ahead and I've put some together, 5 in fact. So you want to fold along all of the score lines. Now these two kind of triangular pieces, those are the only two pieces you need glue on. And you do it at the same time. And then when we form it, we're kind of rolling it into itself. So we tuck that one inside, that one comes around and tucks under, and then we make sure everything's flush. Now you can put a little utensil, or if you've got small fingers, you can get in there and push against that tab. Let's work on the ones that we've already got done, so they've had a long time to dry. So I'm going to take 4, and I'm going to, on one of the largest flat sides, I'm just going to apply some glue. Now with the open side down, I'm gluing it flush with the bottom of that piece behind the leg. So apply glue to one of the widest surfaces with the open side downwards. We add it to our legs. We want it flush with the outside and the bottom. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is put glue on the exposed area here and the tops of these little boxes. Okay, now you take that whole piece and place it on the bottom and side of our hutch. Okay, now the other two, they go in the middle. So let's just put some glue on the top edge. And the last one goes on the front. And I'll line that up with the middle of the door here, so that I know that's central. Okay. Okay, so we'll put our top on now. Now in this set there is a little sentiment, and it's like it doesn't cut out, it just cuts in the letters. Happy Easter. So let's mount that onto my little glitter card piece here, and that will go on the front of my roof. I think that's a nice position. You can pop it anywhere. I'm going to put some tape on here because it's going on to glitter card, but I might add a little bit of glue as well. Put a couple of dots of glue on. Okay. Okay, that's ready to go. Okay, maybe I should put my side panel on before I attach my roof. Okay, so to do that, all we need to do is pop our glue on. Okay, so I've got my glue on the back. Pop it through the hole. Then pull my door tight. And then pop it over and hold it. So that will help hold the hutch nice and square. Now when you're putting your roof on, it doesn't matter which way round, you know, upside down or that it goes. The only thing that you want to be paying attention to is across the back here. Now you want it to be level with the back of the hutch, and you want it to be central. That's all you need to do. Okay, now let's add our little sentiment on. But there you are, there's your little crate. It will hold 3 little eggs. Oh, I meant to say to you how you would make the double stacker one. So at this point, when you put the lid on, I totally forgot, sorry about that. What you would do is you would connect your next layer. Now, you know when you put the base on, you don't need that base, this piece, when you're putting your next layer on. So all you need is your side panels, your back panel and your shelf. And then you put that on. And then what you'll find, funnily enough, is when you connect them together, the gap between this panel and this shelf that you put your eggs on, and your next one, let me show you with this one. So if you see, I've got the base piece here that's got the feet on, but up here, look, there's no base piece below my shelf. So I didn't do that. But then what that meant was the gap between the 2 shells that hold the eggs is exactly the same as the panels that we use on the backs and the bottom. So you cut an extra one of those and you put it in between, and where here you can see a join, there was a join on the inside as well. But what I did was I stuck one of those panels in, and it covers all that up, so you can't tell there's a join there anywhere. But on the sides, what I did was I took the little brackets that we put underneath the shelves. I took 2, so I just basically cut the tab off one, put them, stuck one on top of the other. And that made it look like it was meant to be, I think. You can't see a join on the inside at all, because that's covered over. The only place you can see a join is on the back, and I don't think that looks out of place. And the thing is, because we use nested dies, everything's got a lovely finish. It's got that, like, you know, that faux stitched kind of finish, so it kind of gives that, like, leather look. So it's not like it's unsightly at all. So yeah, you can easily change that to a double stacker if you wanted to do that. And then what I did was I put my sentiment overhanging the top door, So like if you open the bottom door, they both come up together, because obviously I didn't stick it to both, I just put it on the top one, so they can be opened separately. But yeah, so you just cut 2 of your doors, your embellishments. So you need the side panels, the back panels, and your shelves. That's all you need to do a double layer. And then, because you only need 1 top, 1 base, 1 lot of feet. And yeah, and then it holds 6 eggs or candles, depending on what you fancy doing. Oh, actually, I probably should have said those candles, they came from Home Bargains. So in case you wanted to head down there and get some of those, I think they're so cool. So there we have it. I've done, it was kind of like, I wanted a little pastel one, but I went for this cream cardstock. So this is the original one. This is my more pastel cream version. So this is how it's meant to be. This is how it comes. But if you want to do a double layer one, why not? It was nice and easy to do. So there you have it. This is the expansion pack to go with the crate kit. So that's the crate kit as a reminder, because we're using some of the pieces, especially the circle dies from that kit, but we get an extra project that I just think is so cute, and I can see anybody loving receiving one of these with some little eggs in there of whatever type you think they'd enjoy. And it's just the cutest little thing. I absolutely love it. I love it. So there you are. If you make one, I hope you share it with us in the group. We've got a new thing now in the group, is that there's basically a little gift package for the my favourite project of the month, every month now. So if you'd like to be in with a chance of that, the more times you share your projects in the group, the more chances you get of winning that little freebie package. So come and join us in the group. In the meantime, I hope you really enjoyed it. Enjoyed seeing that come together. I hope you enjoy making your own, and I hope your recipients enjoy receiving them. That's the most important part, isn't it? Bye.